Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the Fetch Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it as a leFH, a leaf blower, or a leHEPA. This one is located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line, and it's under the command of Sergeant Flint of 2AFU. Game on! 105mm light field howitzer mounted on top of a Shure B1. It's actually a German Arty, but of course Wargaming brought it into the game as a French premium. Well, they needed something that was a little OP in order to make the French line sell. And boy, is this Arty OP. It is OP. It was originally put into the game as a tier 4, but they realised that was a bit of a mistake, so they moved it to tier 5 as quickly as they could. Because of course they didn't really want to frighten off too many players. Well, you can see he's actually aiming straight for an AMX-CLC who went to the spotting bush right near the centre of the map, but that guy's moved away. There are a few enemy tanks in the town. He's having a quick look. He hasn't shot at any of them yet because he doesn't have a clear shot. He finally tries to get the looks, but he wasn't fully dialed in, and that's why the shell failed to hit the target. He now has a T-67 who looks to be hiding behind that tree. He can't hit the KV-1SA from his current position, so he might have to move in order to get to a better firing position. There are positions he can use either out in the field, but he'd probably be better off moving inland. Now this is a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks, and it's a standard battle. Now this is what they would call a Butpanzer in Germany. Butpanzer means prize tank. The Germans were very big on capturing enemy tanks and then turning them into tanks that they could use themselves. In fact, they thought they were rather good at doing this, and in fact they even captured British and French tanks and converted them to German tanks instead. Loads of French tanks were converted, especially if you consider the fact that it's quite expensive to make a tank, but if you've got the tank for free because you captured it in warfare. Oh! Now, what happened there? He didn't kill the AMX-CLC, but the shell landed very close to him just as he died. The Stug 3 Aslains B got the kill. He killed that one though. The T6 medium goes down, and that's the first kill for Sergeant Flint. It does make sense to actually convert captured tanks into tanks that the Germans can use. The Germans were very good at engineering, and they could actually fit an engine that would work within these tanks and also fit their own guns into them as well, so they wouldn't have to worry about foreign ammunition. They could actually use their own tanks. And oh, he's got that KV-1SA fully dialed in, but the shell just missed the target there, mainly because the KV-1SA moved forward. But he's now looking at a Covenanter who's sneaked up, and he's dialing in on that position. He's being very careful. He's not firing to frighten him away. He's actually lining up a shot so he can actually get hits. Now that Covenanter is now faced by a T-34, and the T-34 is frightening that Covenanter away. Yeah, even though the Covenanter is actually getting shots on the guy. All those shells missed, but look at this, the looks managed to sneak up. He didn't see us either, or if he did see us, he didn't know it, and he just got a hit on that looks. It appeared that it landed right next door to him, but nothing's been recorded. It looked as if the shell landed right on his tracks near them. M5 Stuart rounds out, just missed, and he ran into the gateway there, because it is a kind of gateway like a marble arch. If you don't know, Marble Arch is a famous gateway, like the French have the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, which is a gateway of sorts for the triumph of the French soldiers who won in the Napoleon Wars. They would go through the Arc de Triomphe, the Arc of Triumph. And of course, the British had various arches around the city of London, which the victorious troops could move through. And of course, one of those was Marble Arch, which is at the top end of Hyde Park. And the other one is... Oh, there's another kill. And the other one, you can see, is Hyde Park Corner. There's an arch at Hyde Park Corner. And of course, there's statues of Wellington there, the guy who beat Napoleon in the end. Okay, so far we're one tank down on the enemy, and Sergeant Flint has 2 kills. He's actually being very conservative with his ammunition. He's not blasting it away. He's looking for targets that he can genuinely hit. Fires one at the T-34, just misses him. But he has a definite chance to take him out now. And he does get him. So that's his 3rd kill of the game. Yes, lots of cities have gates which the victorious soldiers can move through. The Brandenburg gates in Berlin, those are also there for victorious German soldiers. Oh, he's got another kill. The M8A1 was hiding there. It was a blind kill at that, but he got the guy. But we're now still one down on the enemy. We fire a snap in at the T-67. Unfortunately, it misses. There is an enemy tank very, very close to us. It's a 14 TP, and he's actually firing on us. He finally managed to pen us, but he had to use an AP round. In fact, he's done it again. This is not good at the moment. Now, what we should be doing is aiming at that guy and putting an artillery round in, but he's moving because there is an enemy Arty. It's an M41 HMC, and if he doesn't move, then that Arty will definitely try and aim at him. Okay, so he's moved far enough away and he's not spotted, and now he's lining up a shot on the 14 TP, who's now become a one-shot because he's lost a lot of hit points to some of our teammates, and we're lining up a shot just to see if we can get him. He's gone for that corner. If the guy moves there, okay, aim for the other corner. That's it. The Stug, oh, the Stug gets him. So it's only 4 kills so far. Now, I don't know if there is any arches in America that American troops actually move through in order to celebrate victories. Of course, the Americans have been victorious in several wars, but I suppose the Americans actually have a ticker tape parade, don't they? Whenever their victorious armies return, they normally go through New York and they get covered in ticker tapes. It's normally quite a big cleanup after that as well. Yes, I seem to recall there was a parade after the Second World War. There was also a parade after the Gulf Wars as well. And they didn't hold a parade for obvious reasons for some of the other wars. The Korean War is still in operation, technically. And of course, they didn't hold one for Vietnam, which, again, for obvious reasons. But the fact of the matter is that American troops have been victorious quite a few times. Except, of course, their first war, because the first war was a draw as well. And that was the War of 1812, or the first war they declared, which was against Britain as well, would you believe it? But didn't turn out so well. Rounds out. Landed near the Stug, and he's backing away. This is getting a bit dicey now, so he's knocking this tree over to provide cover. And you can see the enemy Arty is now firing in this general direction. He did get discovered, the enemy Arty, as well, because we've got an AMX-13 FL-11 up near there, and so if he doesn't move away, he's likely to get taken out. At the moment, though, there's only 2 left on our team, and unless somebody spots for us, and I don't think the AMX-13 FL-11 is going to be doing that, it's going to have to be blind shots to try and get a reset of the cap. There's only one in the cap. It's probably the Panzer 38 Nur Arts. We don't know where in the cap he is. I'm only hoping at the moment that the enemy all tries to come and kill him. And there they got the T-67. Now, the enemy has lost their Arty. He got taken out by the AMX-13 FN11. And it looks like he is returning to spot for us. It wasn't the Panda Actant ICT, at least as far as I can see. It might be the Stug that's in the capital. Now we can see... Oh! He just blind killed the Panda Actant ICT New Art because he popped up just for a moment to see where we were, and he knew the line that he was on, so he fired back along that direction and wiped him out. So there's only one enemy remaining, the Stug guy. We've now got a top gun with that kill, a very unexpected kill at that, and he's trying to get sight of the Stug without getting killed by him. He must be to the right, must be in the bushes. Yes, there he is. Okay, auto aim on, and that's it. That's how you do it, and that wins the game with 7 kills for Sergeant Flint. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Sergeant Flint in the 105 leFH18B2 or Fifi La Pew Pew. He managed to get the bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 26 in that game. Some of those tanks really suffered badly. The T6 medium lost 5 critical hits, and the Stug 4 when he took him out at the end. The M8A1 was completely pulverized with 6 critical hits on that one vehicle alone. He got a Stark's medal because he took penetrating shots from the enemy, at least 2, and managed to kill at least 2 enemy tanks and survived the battle. He got a Defender medal for resetting the cap, getting at least 70 capture points or defense points in the game. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills as well. He ended up with 7, one short of getting a Radley Waters. We look at the team score. We can see the highest damage in the game was 2,474 by Sergeant Flint of 2AFU. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the Stug guy Aslains B that he killed right at the end, 1,731. And the third highest damage was the T1 heavy tank on our team, 1,545. When it came to kills, he's got that one too. 7 kills to Sergeant Flint. 3 kills went to the Stug guy Aslains B on his own team, and also for the same tank on the enemy team. In fact, I'm wondering if that's the G version. Yes, it is the G version, not the one I originally thought it was. But nonetheless, that's still very, very good. And 2 kills went to the T-34, the T-67 on the enemy team, their Panzerkampfwagen Actant ICT Nord, and also their 14TP. When it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one too. In fact, he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. He got 1,225. The next highest only got 818. That's the T1 Heavy. And 661 went to the AMX-13 FL11. The only other player still alive at the end of the game. So that means that Sergeant Flint got the top in damage, kills, and base XP in that battle. He fired 27 rounds, so he only just got through half of his ammo in the entire game. Very good at conservation of shells. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 6 penetrating shots, 6 splash. Damage of 2,474 hit points, of which 1,475 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see almost 1,000 hit points. Well, yes, it was actually just under 1,000 hit points of damage done at close range. 4 hits received from the enemy, only 3 of which penetrated, 1 non-penetration, 75 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and he got 100 defense points. Of course, that earned him the Defender medal. On a premium count, he actually made 118,763 credits from that game. And on top of that, he actually picked up 9,006 experience points out of it as well. So a very, very good game. He said, "Hey, Mr. Kellerman," I mean, must mean Klaus, pick me, leaf blower blast." Yes. Well, yes, something is that Klaus is now doing more Arty, and I congratulate him for doing it because it's fun, actually, every time he has an Arty day. Because most of the time he's actually picking people who are friends of mine. Yes, people who've actually submitted replays to What Arty Noobs and have already featured. In fact, quite a few of the battles Klaus has featured have already been on our channel beforehand. but it's actually great to see Klaus do the same battle from a different point of view. Admittedly, in the past, I was a little upset when Jingles did the same replays that I'd already done. And in fact, he did it 3 times, but now realize actually that what Jingles was doing was just saying, yes, this was a great replay. And there's no reason why 2 people can't do the same replay on their channels, because they do give a different point of view. Hell, I've even had one of my replays also done by Quickie Baby, and he did a very different view from mine. I was looking at the tactical aspect of what the player was doing, whereas Quickie Baby was actually looking at the mechanical aspects, the technical aspects of the vehicle that he was fighting. And so each of us had a different point of view, which made it more interesting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.